So every single day I get messages from people all around the world asking what altcoins will make you a millionaire. And in this video, what I want to do is break down 10 altcoins that I think have massive potential to make more millionaires than ever before. And this isn't hype. I'm going to be showing you tokenomics. I'm going to be showing you the chart. I'm going to be talking about utility. I'm going to be talking about why I believe these altcoins are going to absolutely melt faces over the next few years during the course of this bull run. So quick disclaimer, don't buy, don't sell any of these altcoins. It's not financial advice. This is all public information, educational purposes only. And what you choose to do is up to you. Go consult your financial advisor. Ask them what to do with your money because crypto's risky. And by liking this video and commenting 777 below, you're confirming that you are okay with losing absolutely everything because you're aware of the risks here. So with that being said, if you are excited about becoming the first millionaire in your family tree and you're excited to see what these top 10 altcoins are that are below 10 cents for this bull run, then comment 777 below and let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So on coinmarketcap.com, there's 2.2 million plus cryptocurrencies. And I remember making videos when there were only 20,000 or 30,000 cryptocurrencies. So with the total market cap of $1.96 trillion, it's like filtering through a haystack. So finding the needle in the haystack is what we're going to be doing here. And I'm going to be sharing with you 10 projects that are going to absolutely crush it this bull run. So keep these on your radar. And if we go to cryptobubbles.net, it shows you guys based on, the hour, the day, the week, the month, or the year, which projects and which narratives are hot right now. And so these are going to be projects that have large market caps, medium market caps, and some of them, smaller market cap projects towards the end of this video that you need to be aware of. You guys are early right now. All right, so altcoin number 10 on the list is a fan favorite, and it's Dogecoin. And Dogecoin's market cap is at $12 billion, guys, but this project right here is gearing up to make a massive breakout this bull run. And it's the first meme coin, so it has to be on the list. And, personally, I do hold some Dogecoins. So that doesn't mean you should, but I believe this project's going to do well for a variety of different reasons. Aside from it just being the first, meme coin that's out there, it's an open source peer-to-peer digital currency, and they say favored by Shiba Inus worldwide. Now, the reason why, I have Dogecoin over Shiba Inu is because Shiba Inu had its run, the last bull run. It did very, very well, made lots of millionaires. And if you guys were subscribed to the channel, you guys caught that Shiba Inu rally before it took place. And now that we're going into this bull run, a lot of liquidity is going to flow back into Dogecoin. And at its heart, Dogecoin, was an accidental crypto movement that makes people smile. It's an open source peer-to-peer cryptocurrency utilizing blockchain tech, obviously, and a highly secure decentralized system of storing information as a public ledger that is maintained by a network of computers called nodes. More than this, though, the Dogecoin community cares about supporting each other, which is what crypto should be revolved around: being kind, teaching people about crypto, fundraising, having fun, making memes, and just being absolutely absurd, which is what the internet's built on, right? So it started as a joke, which is the reason why this project's going to do well. As crazy as that sounds, guys, I know some of these projects are going to be more tech focused and you're going to see the partnerships from a utility standpoint, but the internet is built around fun, right? What do you use the internet for? What do you use social media for? To send funny memes, to send funny videos to your friends and family members. And so Dogecoin, Doge stands for do only good every day. And I know that might seem, corny or whatever you guys think, and Dogecoin has no utility, but yes, it has utility. The simple fact that money has utility and Dogecoin is money. So Dogecoin is one of the few cryptocurrencies that has been used for this main purpose since day one. And over the years, it became possible to use Dogecoin and spend it in online stores. The past 2 years, we've seen an explosion in adoption with this project, with Dogecoin payment integration provided by third parties like BitPay and Coinbase. And several other providers offering prepaid cards supporting Dogecoin as a funding source. And shops can also integrate directly with the Dogecoin blockchain. And when we talk about marketing, this is the favorite project of one of the best marketers in the world, who also is the owner of, Tesla, SpaceX, X.com, Elon Musk. So listen to what he has to say about Dogecoin.
There is a fundamental issue with, say, Bitcoin in its current form, in that the transaction volume is very limited. The latency for a confirmed transaction is too long, much longer than you'd like. It's actually not great from a transaction volume standpoint or a latency standpoint. Perhaps useful as to solve an aspect of the money database problem, which is this sort of store of wealth or an accounting of relative obligations, I suppose. But it is not useful as a currency. as a day-to-day currency. Part of the reason why I think there's some merit to Dogecoin, even though it was obviously created as a joke, is that it actually does have a much higher transaction volume capability than Bitcoin. The cost of doing a transaction, the Dogecoin fee is very low. Like right now, if you want to do a Bitcoin transaction, the price of doing that transaction is very high. So you could not use it effectively for most things, nor could it even scale to a high volume. And when Bitcoin was, started, I guess around 2008 or something like that, the internet connections were much worse than they are today. So like having a small block size or whatever is, and a long synchronization time made sense in 2008. But to 2021 or fast forward 10 years, it's like comically low. And I think there's some value to having a linear increase in the amount of currency that is generated. If a currency is expected to increase in value over time, there's reluctance to spend it. I'll just hold it and not spend it because its scarcity is increasing with time. So if I spend it now, then I will regret spending it, so I'd hodl it. Mm-hmm. But if there's some dilution of the currency occurring over time, that's more of an incentive to use it as a currency. Dogecoin, somewhat randomly, has a fixed number of coins or hash strings that are generated every year. It's a fixed number, so the percentage of inflation will necessarily decline over time. I'm not saying that it's like the ideal system for a currency, but I think it actually is just fundamentally better than anything else I've seen, just by accident.
So Dogecoin's not perfect. It's just better than Bitcoin for payments and transactions. And as we get further down this list, you guys are going to see other projects that, have more utility. But in terms of a meme coin, that's the first of its kind, that everyone knows about, that everyone talks about, that, is loved by one of the best marketers in the world, I think it's going to do well. And when we look at the psychology of a market cycle, the chart is looking absolutely incredible. As you guys can see right here, we were in euphoria stage when we were upwards of 70 cents. Currently, we're sitting at 8 cents right now. And so, as we broke down during that bear market and after 2021, you could see the complacency stage right here, then the anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, anger, when Dogecoin dropped all the way down to the bottom of 0.04, 4 cents. And then we consolidated sideways for an extended period of time. People were in depression, saying that my retirement money is lost. When they were buying Dogecoin up here, when Elon Musk was making that Saturday Night Live video saying it's a hustle, that actually hurt the price of the project. But just like any project, it finds a bottom, and then if it's still going, if there's still utility behind it, if there's still community behind it, if there's still people using it, it breaks out of depression and it goes into disbelief, where people think it's a sucker's rally, and then we go back into hope, optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria again. And that exact same thing will most likely, there's no guarantee here, right? But this exact same process will most likely take place again for Dogecoin. And so, as you can see right here, when we break out from this descending resistance right here and we hold it as support, that will be, the disbelief rally. Some people could argue and say that we already went into the disbelief rally in December of 2023, but pushing upwards of 10 cents, we didn't break the high of November. So I don't even think we've gone into the disbelief rally for Dogecoin. When that happens and we break upwards of, 15 cents and then we consolidate sideways, closer to Bitcoin's halving, towards the tail end of 2024, I think we go into the hope rally to come back up to take out the complacency high of 35 cents. That's when hope will take place. And then as we get closer to, the all-time high, that's when we'll be in like optimism, belief, and thrill. And then if we pass the all-time high, depending on how much liquidity flows into this entire industry, then I think Dogecoin could do very, very well. I mean, if we were to draw the Fibonacci retracement tool from the euphoria all-time high to the low where anger was, to do a 1.618 would be $1.17. To do a 2.618 would be $1.86. To do a 3.618 would be $2.55. And a full extension of 4.236 would be almost nearly $3. Now, I don't think Dogecoin's going to do a full extension this bull run because that's an insane amount of liquidity to flow into this project. I think that liquidity is going to flow into the low and the mid cap projects. But just to go back to the all-time high, which I think is very well possible for Dogecoin, is a 7x. So a lot of people ask us, if I were to choose one meme coin that I think would be a safe play that could do a 5 to 10x, it would be Dogecoin. Now, project number 9 on the list is Hedera's HBAR. Now, when I started researching this video, HBAR was at like 9 cents and it just recently had a rally up within the past day. So it's at 10 cents. We're going to keep it on the list for the fact that this project is absolutely amazing. The market cap is a large cap project. It's $3.6 billion, but HBAR is just getting started, guys. And I talked about this in previous videos. It's up the past month 52%, but HBAR is just getting started. When we look at the all-time high of this project sitting above 50 cents, I think we're going to blow past the all-time high. The circulating supply for this entire bull run, right now is at 67% of the max supply of about 50 billion. So that's about half of XRP's max supply. So it's even more scarce than XRP, and the price is well below XRP's price of about 55 cents. It's listed on virtually all of the top exchanges, so that allows for massive liquidity to flow in. And they're an open source public network governed by leading organizations around the world called the Governing Council. And the Hedera Governing Council is a fully decentralized and transparent governing body of independent global organizations consisting of enterprise Web3 projects and prestigious universities. You have companies like Dell Technologies, Chainlink Labs, Google, LG, WorldPay, Ubisoft, IBM, Telecom, Boeing, among many others. So this project is backed by some of the largest companies in the world. And Hedera is a decentralized open source, proof of stake, public ledger that utilizes what's called the hash graph consensus algorithm. Their optimized Ethereum virtual machine smart contracts, along with the easy to use native tokenization and consensus service APIs, is enabling developers to create real-time Web3 applications and ecosystems that will drive the future of the internet. So they're built differently than other blockchains in the fact that they have high throughput with fast finality, low predictable fees, fair transaction ordering with consensus timestamps, and a robust code base that ensures scalability and reliability at every layer of its network infrastructure. So developers are able to build on Hedera enabled by intuitive APIs and EVM smart contracts. So whether you're building, like a weekly project or the next big thing in Web3, Hedera's native network service, SDKs or EVM equivalents, and tooling is what it's called, makes innovation and development a breeze. And as you guys know, by 2030, the goal is to be carbon zero that they want. And the reason why they're pushing this electric vehicle narrative, well, Hedera, the efficiency of hash graph consensus enables them to be the most sustainable public network based on the average energy consumption per transaction of 0.000003 kilowatts per hour, according to a recent study conducted by the University of College of London. And additionally, Hedera has committed to being a carbon negative public network through the purchase of quarterly carbon credits to offset the small amount of emissions from all public facing infrastructure. And so for that reason, this is going to make it one of the favorite projects of the elite. And as you guys can see, compare this to the BNB chain, is 19 times more efficient, 170 times more efficient than Solana. You see Near Protocol, Tron, Toncoin, Avalanche, Visa, Flow, Algorand, Tezos, Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano, Elrond. So more energy efficient than virtually all the other top projects. And when we look at the psychology of a market cycle on the chart to see where we are, you guys can see during the peak of the last bull run, upwards of 50 plus cents, we were in euphoria. And then when we saw this sell off down to 28 cents and bounce back to 48, this was the complacency stage over here in November 2021. And then we went into the full blown bear where you can see anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation all the way down here to 6 cents. And then we formed a bottom all the way down here at about 4 cents for anger, and then we just consolidated sideways for several months at a time. Depression, where people were just out of the markets, they were done, nothing was happening, because from December 2022 to nearly December of 2023, HBAR was doing nothing. So people thought the project was dead. And this is exactly how the psychology of a market cycle works. So when you guys are aware of this, you can spot this on the chart. So I'm showing you this right now. As we just broke out from this neckline, the neckline was roughly around 9 to 10 cents. We just broke that. So now that we're holding it right now, this is the disbelief rally where people think it's a sucker's rally. They think it won't last. And so what's going to happen here is 3 months to 12 months after Bitcoin's halving, when we start really going crazy and going into hope, then what comes after hope? Optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria again. And so if we were to draw the Fibonacci retracement tool from the all-time high for HBAR to the low, from where we are right now, just to go back to the all-time high, it's about a 4x. To do a 1.618 extension, that brings it to about 92 cents, and that's a 7x. A 2.618 is about $1.46, or that's a 12x. A 3.618 is around $2, and that's a 17x. And to do a full extension, about $2.35, that's about a 20x for HBAR. Now, considering the fact the max supply is only 50 billion, which is half of XRP's max supply, and during the 2017-2018-ish bull run, XRP rallied upwards of $3, I don't see why that's not possible for HBAR to go to at least $2.35 to pull a 20x. So for that reason, that's why HBAR is one of the top projects on my list. Now, altcoin number 7 on the list is VeChain, and VeChain's sitting at 4 cents right now with a $3.2 billion market cap. It's another large cap project. The circulating supply is 72 billion. The total supply is 85 billion. So the vast amount of the total is in circulation. The all-time high for VeChain is at 25 cents. Again, because it's a large cap, it's listed on virtually all of the top exchanges. So VeChain's main claim to fame is that they have VeChain Toolchain, a proprietary blockchain application platform where it enables businesses of all sizes to create new services and products in a collaborative manner on VeChain's toolchain with BaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, software as a service, offering VeChain Toolchain, which enables transparency, provides insights into product cycles, and creates new ways of generating value for consumers, brands, and supply chain participants. So they do this within 5 categories, which would be food safety, which provides the food and beverage industry various traceability functions that are readily deployable, that allows these companies to communicate and build brand awareness in a trustworthy manner. Because as you guys know, consumers and restaurants need to know if the food is going to be safe, and it could be tracked back to where it was purchased from or originally was sourced from, to what farm, along with tracking products back across the entire supply chain. Because if you're going to purchase a good or service as a business, you want to make sure you're not buying fake goods and services, from overseas. Because if you ever dealt with like DHgate or AliExpress or Alibaba, a lot of these products are imitation products of name brands. So VeChain has already partnered with companies like BMW, Walmart, Sam's Club, Orion, among many others, for general supply chain tracking. So this gives VeChain a competitive advantage, and they can tackle multiple different types of industries. Like you see wine and drink, you have fashion, textiles, agricultural products, where the wave of global digitization of the supply chain management post COVID era is transforming businesses. And so VeChain is the leader in this space. Now, as you guys know, a project could be absolutely incredible in terms of utility, partnerships, use case, all that good stuff, but it could be the bad time to buy because the chart doesn't look good. So what we need to look at is the psychology of a market cycle on VeChain's chart to see where we are right now. As you can see, during the last bull run, we were in the euphoria stage. All the way up here, we had this parabolic blow off top at about 28 cents right here back in April of 2021. VeChain currently is sitting about 4 cents right now. This complacency stage for the dead cat bounce was November of 2021. Then you can see anxiety, denial, panic, and capitulation all the way down here to about 2 cents. And then anger was right around the bottom at about a penny, 0.014. And then depression all the way down here, even lower than that. You can see we dipped down to 0.013. Then we started working our way out of here. And so people could argue that disbelief was right here at 3 cents, or that we're currently in this disbelief rally right now where people think it's going to fail. But the next major leg to the upside is the hope stage. And the hope stage is where we're going to start taking out the middle levels of the complacency between like where anxiety was and complacency was. So roughly right around 10 to 13 cents, right around the middle of this range right here, is where I think hope will be happening next. But if we were to draw the Fibonacci retracement tool from the all-time high to the low, to conservatively just go back to the all-time high, that would be about a 5x for VeChain. To do a 1.618 extension to 44 cents would be about a 9x. A 2.618 would be about 71 cents, or a 14x. A 3.618, about 97 cents, would be a 20x. And a full extension of 4.236 would be about $1.14, or a 24x for VeChain. So I do think VeChain could do a full extension by 2030, but for this bull run, I think VeChain will prove their use case this bull run, and it will be one of the best performers as a large cap project. Now, the next altcoin on the list is Cronos CRO. So it's a centralized exchange token. Now, as you guys know, crypto.com is one of the largest exchanges in the world, and this project right here is currently sitting at 9 cents with an all-time high of 89 cents. So this is flying under a lot of people's radars, and they're sleeping on Cronos. The market cap is at $2.3 billion. The circulating supply is 83% of the max supply, and the max supply is only 30 billion. And if we go to Cronos.org, you guys can see that they have their own DeFi wallet, they have their own mobile app, their own exchange. CRO is on Ethereum, it's on Solana, it's on Osmosis, it's on virtually every single exchange except for Binance for some reason. I don't know why, but Cronos is their decentralized, open source, energy efficient, public blockchain with high speed and low transaction fees. And they're designed to support the creator economy with Web3 applications like DeFi and GameFi. And they're also an Ethereum virtual machine compatible blockchain powered by what's called Ethermint and built with the Cosmos SDK that supports the inter-blockchain communication protocol. And so end users can import cryptocurrencies from Ethereum, Cosmos, or other chain families onto Cronos and subsequently use, trade, or invest them in innovative smart contract-based protocols, leveraging the rich application ecosystem of Ethereum, Solidity, and rapidly port apps and smart contracts from Ethereum and EVM-compatible chains. So Cronos' value proposition is that they're an open source layer 1 blockchain aiming to massively scale the Web3 user community by providing builders with the ability to instantly port apps and crypto assets from one blockchain while benefiting from low transaction fees, high throughput, fast transaction finality. And so the key value propositions are EVM compatible, Chronos is super scalable, and they're interoperable to be able to bridge other IBC enabled chains like the Cosmos Hub or Osmosis or others. They utilize proof of authority as a more streamlined and scalable consensus mechanism while still maintaining security through a range of experienced and carefully vetted validators, and they're open source. And so for that reason, that's why I have CRO as one of the top centralized exchange tokens on today's list. And I mean, they own crypto.com. So from a search engine optimization perspective, it's absolutely genius. Why wouldn't they want to own that domain? That's the best domain you can have in the world. People that are interested in crypto.com, right? So when we look at the psychology of market cycle on the chart, they're gearing up to make a massive breakout as well too. The chart's looking absolutely incredible. We have the neckline here at about 12 cents. We're currently sitting at 9 cents just below the neckline. You can see the euphoria stage was all the way up here at the blow off top, just like the other charts, at about 97 cents. And so then when you can see complacency, once we fell off a shelf, it was anxiety, denial, panic during the FTX collapse, then capitulation. So FTX is what brought down a lot of these exchange tokens like, BNB's value, CRO's value, and then you had several others out there as well too. But CRO got hit very, very hard. And when they dropped down into the anger stage, that's when we were all the way down here at about 5 cents. Then we consolidated sideways and dropped even lower to depression, about 0.045. But then recently, we're just breaking out right now. So we rallied up to 11 cents. We're currently consolidating sideways. And so this is the whole disbelief stage right here where people think this rally is going to fail. What happens next when the entire altcoin market cap starts breaking out after Bitcoin and Ethereum? You guys can see Ethereum starting to break out now. A lot of that money is going to flow into the large caps, and CRO will have its day in the sun. It will start to absorb a lot of that liquidity. So the hope stage is going to be right around up here where we consolidated at for an extended period of time before going into anxiety, denial, and panic. So at the middle of this range, I would be expecting about 42, 43 cents to be the hope where we consolidate next at hope. So to go just back to the all-time high for CRO to the top of euphoria and to reach that would be roughly a 9x for CRO, which is absolutely incredible just from a conservative standpoint. But if we were to draw the Fibonacci retracement tool just to show you what's possible, to do a 1.618, which would be about $1.56, is already a 15x for this project. To do a 2.618, which would be roughly $2.50, would be a 25x. To do a 3.618, which would be about around $3.40, 35x, and to do a full extension of a 4.236, which would be roughly $4, would be a 42x for CRO. So while I don't think we're going to be going that high this bull run, maybe by 2030, I do think this bull run is going to be a big one for CRO. As you guys can see, it did very well during the last bull run, and so this will be a second bull run for CRO, and I think it's going to prove its use case, and it's going to absorb a lot of users, because as you know, retail hasn't even entered the markets yet. This rally for Bitcoin and the rest of the altcoins is being fueled by institutional adoption due to the spot Bitcoin ETF approvals. So when retail starts researching on Google, crypto exchanges, CRO is going to pop up. Now, the next altcoin on the list is Beam. It's sitting at 0.033 right now. Its market cap is $1.7 billion, and the circulating supply is about 51 billion of the total supply of about 62 billion. In terms of exchanges, it's listed on virtually all the top exchanges other than Coinbase, and Beam is on the Ethereum blockchain and also the Binance Smart Chain. So you can see it on PancakeSwap and on Uniswap. And we go to their website, it's very simple. They have 6 things here: the Beam Companion app, the Sphere Market, Beam Hub, Beam Swap, DevDocs, and Beam Bridge. And the Beam Companion app is their official app where you can link, swap, and secure in-game assets on Beam for different NFTs in your collection. And the Sphere Market is where you can buy, sell, and trade gaming assets on the immutable ZK EVM and on Beam. So they're in a collaboration between Polygon, Immutable X, and Merit Circle. So if you go to sphere.market/Beam and you click collections, you can see all the popular collections on here. Now, this is obviously a lot smaller than something like OpenSea, but if this gains a lot of traction and the community continues to grow, then so will the Beam token. And someone like Alex Becker, who's been making crypto videos recently, he posted this saying Beam is taking no prisoners. One could have simply built a portfolio off of IMX, Beam, and Superverse at these levels and effed off. He's saying this is going to IMX levels and IMX is going to top 15 levels. So crypto gaming is going to be absolutely massive. And this is Beam's first bull run. And when we look at TradingView right here, Beam to the US dollar, On the left-hand side of the screen, you guys can see the price action since November of 2023. This is brand new. So this hasn't even gone through a bull run yet. So what we're experiencing right now is the first stage of this disbelief rally. And we could just be breaking out into hope for Beam, or we might still just be in the disbelief rally before we even start the hope rally. If Bitcoin sees a correction going into the halving, then we more than likely would see a correction across the entire space for all altcoins and gaming altcoins included. And then we break out after Bitcoin's halving into hope, optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria for a lot of these altcoins. So what I would expect to happen is something like this to play out for us to top out somewhere in 2025 around like October, November, December of 2025, and then the bear market to kick in leading into 2026, and for us to find a bottom for Beam, depending on how high this chart goes up. We will determine where the bottom will be. So in terms of a price target, well, it's anyone's guess, but I think this project could pull a $5 billion, $10 billion market cap. I don't see why not, because it's going to be one of the leaders in the gaming space. And the gaming space is going to be one of those niches and those narratives that are going to absorb the majority of the liquidity this bull run. So 20 cents, 40 cents, 50 cent Beam is not out of question. Now, the next altcoin on the list is Bonk. Now, love it or hate it, you guys can't deny the meme coin craze. And the reason why this meme coin has gone absolutely crazy recently and has a market cap of $741 million, which might seem like a lot, but if you compare that to something like Shiba Inu or Dogecoin, this is actually a smaller cap project that is going to absolutely go crazy this bull run. It's on Solana. And so minimal fees, massive community, massive amounts of trading volume. The circulating supply is 67% of the max supply, and the price is 0.00001, listed on virtually all the top exchanges. It's on Binance, it's on Coinbase, KuCoin, Bybit, HTX, Gate.io, among many others. And Bonk was initially launched as a free airdrop to the entire Solana community on Christmas Day in 2022. Bonk's adoption has since grown parabolically to emerge as a true community coin of Web3. They have 619,000 holders, which is absolutely crazy. It's on 10 different chains, and their mission is to become the #1 community coin in Web3. And they have a lot of different in-game integrations as well too to make the most out of your Bonk tokens. And you can see all the gaming integrations, with Crash Bonk, EVO, Quackpot, Dual Casino, Hedgehog Markets, Photo Finish, and you can use your Bonk in a lot of these different integrations, which is really cool. So, gaming, decentralized finance. They have BonkBot, where you can trade SPL tokens straight from your mobile wallet with Solana's premier Telegram trading bot. And 100% of all fees go towards buying Bonk, with 20% instantly burned. They have Bonk Swap, Bonk Rewards, Wormhole, GooseFX, BuyBonk, Dual Finance, Pool Party, Viper Protocol, among many other DeFi integrations. So when we look at the chart, it's very comparable to what happened to Shiba Inu the last few bull runs, where you see this massive parabolic run up, which is basically VC money, whale money, dumping in tens of millions of dollars really fast. And so that's why we see these massive green candles coming in, and that gets retail to invest in. So behind the scenes, these VCs decide which project they're going to pump, and Bonk is one of those projects to get the Solana ecosystem to grow. And then other meme coins start popping up like Myro and other low cap projects. But what happened with Bonk here is it went from all the way down here at 0.0000003, and it rallied up. Looks like over, if we were to measure this move, it was over a 57, nearly a 60x in a matter of 1 to 2 months. So that's what happened to Shiba Inu back here in May of 2021. Shiba Inu rallied up 170x, and then we saw a sell-off of about 85%. Shiba Inu consolidated sideways for 150 days, and then rallied up another 16x to the all-time high. So because this is the first major rally for Bonk, it could be compared to something like this, and we could have another leg up to the upside for wave number 3, and then the final impulse Elliott wave number 5 could be the end of this bull run. So I don't think Bonk's rally is done. I think it's just getting started, and I could see this project being one of the top meme coins this bull run, achieving multiple billions of dollars in market cap. So the fact that this is still under a $1 billion market cap is the reason why you shouldn't count this out yet, because look what happened to Shiba Inu during the last bull run. It rallied up over 12 billion, came back down to 2 billion. Then ultimately Shiba Inu performed over a $32 billion market cap last bull run. So I would expect Bonk to do something like this, for it to consolidate for an extended period of time, maybe another, 3 months, 6 months, and then eventually something to give and massive amounts of money to just flow back into this project for another rally up. And then I could expect it doing another 5, 10, or 15x towards the later stage of this bull run. So, don't buy this project, don't sell this project. Obviously do your own research, but this is a meme coin to keep on your radar. Now, the next altcoin on the list is XDC Network. The market cap is $574 million. The circulating supply is 13 billion. The total supply is 37 billion. It's sitting at 4 cents right now, and it's listed on HTX, Bybit, KuCoin, Gate.io, MEXC, BitTrue, among many other exchanges. exchanges. But XDC is not on Coinbase, or it's not on Binance, or it's not on crypto.com yet. So that's a big reason why the market cap is most likely not above $1 billion yet. And XDC is going to be one of those projects in the industry of tokenizing real world assets and financial instruments. So the XDC network, which is also known as XinFin Digital Contract Network, is a powerful and scalable blockchain platform designed to bridge the gap between traditional finance and decentralized finance. And it operates on a hybrid blockchain model, combining the best features of both public and private blockchains to create a robust and efficient ecosystem. And it leverages XinFin's XDC utility token to facilitate transactions and power the network's functionalities. And one of the key strengths of the XDC network is they focus on enterprise use cases, basically providing a suitable environment for businesses, financial institutions, and governments to leverage blockchain technology for improved efficiency, transparency, security, even tokenizing real-world assets. They also have what's called XDC Pay, which allows businesses and individuals to accept the XDC token as a form of payment for goods and services. So they have a payment solution that could be integrated into websites, apps, and other platforms. So they have a wide variety of different features, benefits like instant transactions, low settlement fees, and compatibility with multiple devices and operating systems. And the XDC network uses a delegated proof of stake consensus mechanism known as XDPOS. And in this model, a set of trusted validators known as the delegates are elected by the network participants to produce and validate blocks. And these delegates are responsible for securing the network and reaching consensus on the state of the blockchain. And the XDPOS consensus algorithm enables fast block confirmation times and high transaction throughput. So this is just scratching the surface behind XDC, which I can get into future videos. It's also an ISO 222 compliant project. And when we talk about partnerships, banking powerhouse SBI commits to empowering XDC, expanding the network's footprint over in Japan. And over in Abu Dhabi and United Arab Emirates, Business Wire, represented by TradeFinex, is pleased to announce its partnership with SBI VC Trade, which is a prominent Japanese cryptocurrency exchange within the SBI group. And this strategic collaboration marks a significant milestone for the XDC network as it expands its ecosystem over in the Japanese market, along with XRP, because the XDC network offers a robust blockchain network designed specifically for enterprise use cases like trade finance, payments, and real-world asset tokenization. And this was back in June of 2022, saying Impel and the XDC network, XinFin, today announced the official launch of Impel, an alternative solution platform for quickly and securely sending ISO 222 compliant financial messages. It includes the option to add XDC as collateral for instant settlement and a bridge to the R3 Corda platform for future-facing banks and fintechs. So XDC is going to play a major role in the new quantum financial system, and that's why it's one of the top projects on my radar. Now, if we look at the chart here, we can see sitting at 4 cents with an all-time high of over 19 cents. We see the euphoria stage back here at the all-time high, the complacency stage, then we went into anxiety, denial, panic during the bear market, final capitulation, leading down to anger for the bear market bottom at like just under 2 cents. Then people were depressed right here. Even though the market was rebounding, they didn't see much price action to the upside. Sure, it went up to 4 cents, but it dips all the way back down to under 3 cents again. And then we broke out for the disbelief rally. We broke above the neckline, and now we were holding the neckline as support. We're just barely underneath it. So the way that I see this playing out over the next few months is right now we are tapping this upward trending support from anger to depression right here, and we're at it right now. So we could dip just a little bit below it if Bitcoin retraces, but eventually I would expect the next breakout for XDC to be absolutely massive as we go into the hope stage of the bull run. And that would bring us up to between anxiety and complacency up here at around 12, 13 cents. And then for the all-time high, well, how far off are we from there? We're roughly 364% between a 3 or a 4x. But if I were to draw the Fibonacci retracement tool from the all-time high to the low of the anger stage, to do a 1.618 is roughly 600%, or a 6x to go to 30 cents. To do a 2.618, it's roughly a 10x to go to 48 cents. To do a 3.618 extension, that's 65 cents, and that would be a 15x. To do a full extension of 4.236, it's about a 17x to go to 76 cents. So I'd be happy with anything between a 30 cents all the way up to a 76 cents for XDC. I think this project is going to be in the multiple billions of dollars of market cap by the end of 2025. So I'll probably be taking profits on my XDC anywhere between 40 cents all the way upwards of 70 cents to potentially $1. Now, the next altcoin on the list is Casper, or CSPR. It's sitting at 0.038 with a market cap of $450 million. The total supply is about 12 billion. The circulating supply is 11.8 billion. Casper is listed on OKX, Gate.io, KuCoin, Bybit, MEXC, HTX, BitGet, Bitmart, and many other exchanges. It's not listed on Coinbase, it's not listed on Binance. It doesn't look like it's listed on crypto.com. Actually, it is listed on crypto.com, but they say they're the future-proof blockchain, where the future is unwritten, but the past is immutable. And Casper is a powerful public smart contract platform enabling creators, communities, and businesses to connect with integrity and trust. And they've identified 4 macro trends that drive their development and adoption. Number 1 would be tokenization, as we lead to real-world assets and fractionalization of microeconomies and communities, ownership rights, asset digitization, cryptographically secure authenticity and ownership rights, which is massive for patents and trademarks, financial standards, transforming capital markets through on-chain implementation of new standards, and the creator economy through things like NFTs, whether that be art, music, videos, and games. Now, love it or hate it, the World Economic Forum has Casper Labs listed on their official website, saying it's a blockchain platform purpose-built to scale opportunities for everyone, building for blockchain's next frontier. Casper Labs is designed for real-world applications without sacrificing usability, cost, decentralization, or security. And the company removes the barriers that prevent mainstream blockchain adoption from making blockchain-friendly use, open the world and future-proof to support innovations today and tomorrow. And so, very, very vague, obviously, but the fact that they're listed up here is massive. So why would the World Economic Forum put them on their website if they weren't a part of a much bigger plan? So the trusted partners are IBM, Hyperledger, Amazon Web Services, blockchain-based service network, Everstake, LedgerLeap, Metacast, among many others. And their focus is on being a blockchain for business to business. Listen to this.
I spent much of my career in professional enterprises like Adobe and Avalara, where I led developer teams and oversaw major technology decisions. What does a blockchain for business mean? Well, first and foremost, a blockchain has to interoperate with legacy technology, basically everything that's been built before, from developer workflows to security requirements. We designed the Casper technology to work with existing infrastructure and the existing organization. So instead of having an ivory tower of blockchain experts, organizations can onboard all of their developers. Flexibility is also essential for organizations. I often say to enterprise customers, history is immutable, but the future is unwritten. And having upgradable smart contracts gives them that flexibility. With Casper, smart contract versioning is built in. While with other blockchains, smart contract upgrades are essentially a hack. If you are a business looking to build a solution with real utility, the Casper protocol gives you all the flexibility and features your organization requires to make it a reality. And with Casper Labs, you will have the support and service you expect when adopting a new technology. Come build with us.
Now, Casper also uses a proof of stake, and their utility token is the CSPR token. And as you can see right here on the chart, with it sitting at 0.038, going back all the way to the peak of the bull run, upwards of 23 cents, we see the euphoria stage. And most of these charts look the same because, the liquidity across the whole industry moves together, whether it's going in or out of the markets at the same time. And so when it's going out of the markets, all these altcoins drop fast, and they drop 90 to 99%. As you can see, it saw a sell-off of, about 90%. So we go to complacency, then anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, and anger. And then we rally out from anger to form a neckline, which was around 6 cents. We come back down, everyone's depressed. We hang out here for a little while, and we're just breaking out of the depression stage. So we're just barely off of the lows of depression of 0.029, and we're just getting started. So the next move for CSPR is to break this neckline, hold it as support, which would be a major disbelief rally. And then the next move to the upside is the hope stage, and that would put us back up above, where complacency was, closer to euphoria and the all-time high of about 14 cents right here. So how far are we off away from that, which would be the hope stage? It's about a 2 to 3x to the all-time, not the all-time high, but the euphoria stage is about a 500%. But as you guys can see here, they were launching while the markets were dropping. Then we saw that dead cat bounce towards the true all-time high for Bitcoin. So we would measure to about right here. And so if we draw the Fibonacci retracement tool from the high of euphoria down to the low of where anger was at, to do a 1.618 would be about an 8x, and that's 37 cents. To do a 2.618 would be about almost 60 cents, and that's a 14x. To do a 3.618, that's a 20x, or an 81 cents, and to do a 4.236 full extension would be a 23x, to put it at about 94 cents for Casper. So I don't see why a 10 to 20x wouldn't be possible. I mean, we're only sitting at a $449 million market cap, and Casper is sitting very low on the price chart right here, getting ready to go into the disbelief rally. Now, the next altcoin on the list is PulseX through the Hex ecosystem. It's sitting at 0.000046. And if you guys remember correctly, they did a sacrifice phase where, when the sacrifice was taking place, the bear market was kicking in. So when the project launched, a lot of people needed to sell off because they were forced to hold for so long because Richard Hart took forever to launch this project. And so, a lot of people that sacrificed are sitting on a loss. And hey, I sacrificed, a decent chunk, about 100 grand for this project. So I'm sitting on a massive loss. I mean, I think it's probably only worth like 15 grand right now. So this project, I should be pissed off. I was for a little while, but once I did some more digging to figure out what they're going to be doing, it's absolutely insane. So there's really three main tokens here. Hex, which was the first one, and Hex did multiple billions of dollars last bull run. Then there's PLS, and then there's PLSX, which is the exchange token. So similar to how you have like Uni or Sushi, which is the exchange token for SushiSwap or Uniswap, or like CRO for Crypto.com, that's what PulseX is. So PulseX enables you to exchange tokens or PRC20s on PulseChain for one another. For example, you could swap PulseChain's native token PLS for PLSX. It works like Uniswap on Ethereum. Bridges also let people trade currencies from other chains on PulseX. And they say they have the world's largest yield farm. Every time people swap from one coin to another on PulseX liquidity providers, they earn fees as a reward, and users can bridge in their ERC20 tokens and pair them with free PRC20s in order to provide liquidity and earn fees. This also backs the value of the PRC20s that they got for free. So PulseX's goal is a Uniswap fork with PulseX liquidity provider incentivization. Its goal is to provide PulseChain users with the best possible trading experience in yield farm, with a strong focus on incentivizing ERC20 holders to bridge in and back the value of their free PRC20s. So they have high yields, high efficiency, trading fees are dirt cheap, and the community is absolutely massive right now and thriving. So as you guys can see right here on the chart, since May of 2023, we saw a massive, sell-off after the sacrifice phase. It dropped about 92%, just like a lot of these projects do. That's why you have to be very careful on what projects you choose to, jump into, especially at different times in the market. Because if you're jumping into a project that's launching at the peak of the market, and then they launch while the market's going down, virtually everything goes down during a bear market. So you just can't be mad about that. But recently, it's been rallying up. It's up over 600% or a 6x, and I think it's just getting started. The neckline from where we are at is really the high of May of 2023 here on DEX tools, and that's about 170% away. Once we break that neckline, I can just draw the fibs from the high to the corrective low so far, and to do a full extension or 4.236 is about a 10x from here. So I think that is very well possible during this bull run, and that would be the absolute peak for this project. So I don't think it's going to do like a 20x, a 50x, or 100x, although anything's possible. But you look at the market cap is at $6 billion. So I think it could go up to like a 50 billion, maybe a $60 billion market cap at the peak of the bull run, if we see like $5 to $10 trillion come into this industry over the next 1 to 2 years. I'm expecting big things for PulseX. Now, the last altcoin on the list is Dent. Dent is sitting at 0.001444. So comment 444 if you're feeling blessed. The market cap is the lowest market cap on this list at $144 million. And while you guys might think that these are large market caps, with the whole industry at $1.9 trillion, the market cap of gold is like $15 trillion. The market cap of Nvidia is like $2 trillion in the past few days. And so much liquidity could flow into this industry. It's not even funny. Just in a matter of a month or two, the amount of money that could come in is going to be insane. And when ISO 222, that standard really starts being ushered in fast over the next year going into 2025, it's going to be insane once the big whales start dumping in trillions of dollars. We're not just talking millions or billions. We're talking about trillions of dollars in this industry. And so the cool thing about Dent that I like is the max supply is 100 billion. The circulating supply is 100 billion. So it's all in circulation. The market cap, 145 million. The fully diluted, 145 million. And the fact that this project goes back multiple bull runs and the all-time high is about 9 cents, while it currently sits at 0.001, we saw the bull run before then, it was 0.016. So this project, I think, can do big things. There's the Ethereum smart contract address that you can grab. It's on Binance, it's on Uniswap, it's on BitGet, Gate.io. among many other exchanges. But on the website, Dent is focused on mobile connectivity for app businesses, available in 189 countries worldwide, where you can integrate the Dent eSIM into your app or your website if you're a business. And if you don't have a business, you can stay connected worldwide with mobile data on your smartphone through the Dent app. So it's mobile eSIM data for everyone. And since 2017, they've been offering cutting-edge solutions and services that leverage the power of eSIM and blockchain technology for decentralized communication. They have a very experienced team. They have the Dent Gigastore, the Dent Carrier SDK, the DBOS, and the Dent app. And one of the most exciting things about Dent is the chart. You know, look at the all-time high where euphoria was at back in April of 2021 up here, guys, when complacency kicked in. You know, it looks a lot like that Bitcoin chart when we went into that bear market of like 2018 before the DeFi summer of 2019. We see anxiety, denial, panic, then capitulation down here at the bottom. And then we go into anger and then depression. And now we're just breaking out for this disbelief rally. So once we crack this neckline and we hold it as support, this will be the main disbelief rally, and I would expect us to, stay within here towards the tail end of 2024, and then the tail end of 2024, I would expect a breakout for hope leading to the middle of the complacency stage at about 0.006, potentially up to a penny, and then to go to the all-time high, it's about 9 cents, but with all of the max supply and circulation, we're just going to measure up to the high of April of 2021, which would be about a 15x from where we are right now, or 1,500% to go to about 2 cents. Now let's draw the Fibonacci retracement tool from the high to the low to see what's possible here for this bull run. If we were to just go to any of these extension levels of a 1.618, which would be about 0.036, that's a 22x. To do a 2.618 would be a 37x to go to about almost 6 cents. To do a 3.618 is a 52x to go to 8 cents. And to go to 9 cents, which I believe is actually the true all-time high, that's a 60x away from where we are right now, or 6,000%. Now to do just a 50x with a current market cap of 144 million, that's only a $7.2 billion market cap. And so that's why Dent is last on this list today, because I don't see why that's not possible, guys. With a $7.2 billion market cap, you look at some of these projects, like meme coins, they get upwards of, like Shiba Inu got like a $30 billion market cap at the peak of the bull run. So for Dent to do a 5 billion, 7 billion, 10 billion with the utility of decentralized mobile connectivity with eSIM technology on the blockchain, I haven't seen any project that has a utility like that. And the chart is just picture perfect. I mean, I've shown you the psychology of a market cycle over and over and over again. So at this point, your guys' eyes should be trained to see this. And so you could see the neckline right here at 0.0015. Once we break this neckline, the next resistance is really 0.002. Then we have 0.004. And then really after that, it's the top of the complacency stage and then the all-time high. So when money starts flying in this industry, we see these massive green candles, just like we saw back here in February of 2021. So don't ignore Dent. Keep it on your radar. Again, don't buy, don't sell any of these altcoins. Keep these on your radar, guys. This was all for educational purposes only. And if you want to see other top altcoins that we're the most bullish on and get early bird access to our crypto education platform when that's launched, so you can see these altcoins before these videos are made, then click the button on the page on bullrunners.com, put in your best email address. You'll be instantly subscribed to our video newsletter. You'll be added to our private Telegram group where we give you the best information to help you prepare for the worst that's yet to come in this economy. Because together, you know what we're doing. We're backing up our truck all the way to the bank, grabbing the bags, packing them and stacking them, leaving no bags left behind, because we believe the spending power of the dollar is going to continue to go down in value. That's a fact based on inflation. Blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology is going up in interest. That's the truth. And together, we're all going camping on the beaches of the moon. I will see you guys on the next video. I will see you on bullrunners.com. As always, you know what to do. Stay bullish.